Talk with Auntie Sugar. I am Auntie Sugar. I want to welcome everyone back, especially to my returning Sugar Cubes. Thank you so much for being here. She's back. New day, new time, Wednesdays, 8 o'clock. We're here, and look at that. We've been on time lately. From when the show first started out till now. Plus, we are streaming on more than one platform. We're streaming on YouTube. We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on Instagram. So thank you so much for everybody that returns and everybody keeps coming and all the new people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar. I'm Auntie Sugar. You talk sweet to me, and I'll talk sweet right back. Tonight, also for those that don't know, we've been having a special guest on lately. The special guest is the producer extraordinaire. He is wonderful. He's knowledgeable in almost any and every topic compared to anyone I've ever met regarding social media and social media extremes and the social media platform. He runs all of Auntie Sugar's social media. So for those men out there in the DMs, you DMing a man. Keep it coming.
That's hilarious.
Foolish. Anyway,
That's
I
hilarious.
can only keep putting it out there. Y'all need to stay out my DMs because even though Auntie Sugar is single, I am not looking. Okay. However, that's another topic for another show. Let's move on. Today's show is about social media hypocrisy. You see one thing online, however, in reality, it's another thing. So it's literally about the catfishing of social media, right? I'm not just talking about women and the catfishing where they touch up their bodies and photos, or how they make models look slimmer, or how your favorite star looks as if they have absolutely no acne, no stretch marks after having 4 kids. I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about the people that go to these really nice, what they call it, internet cafes, and they go to selfie bars and they sit in there and they look like they're throwing money everywhere and the money is not real, or they're all sitting there on their private jet and they have never been on a private jet, let alone first class or business class. However, people do pay to go to individual places that provide them with these things. We're talking about people that they look like they're going on vacation. And the truth is, they're right there in their home. They just changed the background. They put on a bathing suit and they look like they're out, on the beach somewhere. So let's talk about maybe the intricacies that not only do they affect us personally, but they also affect our family, especially our young children. And this can
Hmm.
cause a lot of emotional and mental damage because you always feel like you have to be the next best or one up or better than. So that's what tonight's show is about, the realistic um, issues that we're having as a people, as a nation, as a country, as a community, and our families of people always wanting to be better, best, greater than, more than, um, and it's really, really affecting us. And I'm talking about women dying on tables from getting different procedures, bot surgeries, to you really ain't got it like that. You ain't even go on vacation the last 2 years, let alone every year you on a different island. Sit down somewhere. So I would like to introduce our our special guest again, Mr. Hakim Born Just. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. He's got multiple platforms. He manages multiple people in the entertainment industry. He manages people in the modeling industry. If you're in the music industry, he can manage you. He is literally a media mogul. This guy knows a lot about platforms, about media, and how to manage it and get people to follow you. He's very successful. I'm proud to call him my long-term friend, a very trusted friend, and also he's the listening ear as well as the conscious. Sometimes my Jiminy Cricket, he keeps me focused. Because a lot of you men be in my DMs, it goes to my head. And stop doing that. It's already big enough. You see that? I got that Tyra Banks head. You should stop. Stay out of my DMs. Okay, stay out. It's just gonna get bigger. I'm gonna start to look like a Klingon. Okay? All right. Everybody, welcome Mr. Hakim Born just to Sweet Talk with Auntie Sugar.
Hey, peace, everybody. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, Auntie Sugar. I am so happy to be on the other side of the camera. So this should be fun and entertaining.
Well, you
Good
look very well
conversation.
this evening.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Looking pretty shitty sharp yourself.
Thank you. Is it the blue?
That's what's up.
It's got to be the blue.
Yes.
I knew it.
Blue is your color. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
So where do you want to start on one of my favorite topics?
You know, I would really like to talk about the fact that social media is causing damage to our community. And when I say our community, I mean a black and brown community. Um, a lot of the youth are quote unquote beefing online. And the things that you say online seem to be valid. You know, the threats that are coming across online are causing people to be gunned down in our streets. Um, the young girls online are then starting to get into beefs. And then not only that, but they have to have their hair a certain way because they see somebody with a certain hairstyle, and they have to wear a certain kind of clothing because this person wore it. Or I'm a Swiftie, so I want to wear red lipstick, and they go into these malls and they tear down these ladies working behind a countertop, you know, with the makeup, and it's a wide variety of items. I don't want to ramble, but it affects everything, including those stupid Stanley cups that people are buying for a minimum of $40. Come on, a coffee mug? Seriously? It's just not reality. Not everybody can afford to pay $40 for a coffee mug. And is it really that important? Do you really have to have it? It people are like cows. They just like sheep. They just follow. They just whatever is new, whatever is hot, based on what's on the internet, and it's not reality.
Not at all. As I sip from my little $10 coffee mug, I just I can't begin to agree with you more. You know, we are in a strange time. Well, it's not strange because it's been going on since social media really became an integral part of our lives. But it's not just us anymore. It's our kids now.
Yes.
You know, and case in point, the top three social media CEOs were up on Capitol Hill today.
Yes, I saw that article in the paper. I did.
I had it on as I worked throughout the day, and I kept peeking at it, and I had the closed captions up, and I'm looking like, wow,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And you know, Mark Zuckerberg, the new lady that's running X, formerly known as Twitter, the CEO of TikTok, and someone even from Microsoft was there. And Senator Kennedy, who I agree with absolutely nothing this man says, he said something that I finally agreed. He said, you guys aren't countries. You said you guys aren't companies, you're countries.
Wow, okay, that's different. I never heard of that before.
Well, Meta has a billion people. Let that think about that for a second.
Okay.
That's a small country. Right? It has its own ecosystem, it has its own culture, it has its own everything that you're talking about. Behavior patterns, policies, trends, what's cool, what's not cool. All that stuff is ingrained into these platforms, and it ain't just us. It's kids now.
Yeah, social engineering, I like to call it.
Exactly.
You know, kids are, especially young girls, they're wearing makeup more. I don't know if you've seen it, but there was this viral video of what looked to be preschoolers singing Drake's song with Dirty Foot, Dirty Foot, Dusty Foot, young Southern girl, Dusty, Dirty Red. What's her name? You know what I'm saying?
Sexy red.
She don't ever put on no shoes. Her feet always dirty. Out there shaking her ass, pregnant with somebody baby in her belly. Just trifling. I said it. This is my show. I can say what I want. And it's just disgusting. And nothing about her is sexy. And nothing about her is beautiful. And yet her music is all over the radio, and I think it's because of social engineering. We have an opportunity to literally, as parents, not expose our children to that music. You know, I was exposed obviously to my parents' music, which I can't say was much better because you know Marvin Gaye was talking about let's get it on, you know, and Teddy P was talking about turn off the lights
Hold,
and light a
hold,
candle. But it
hold
was
on. Let me
much more.
timestamp this
It was. It
so
was
I know to
much.
delete this out before we go to Spotify.
It was. It was much more suggestive. Now it's bend that ass over. Let that coochie breathe. Why is your coochie breathing? Because it's funky. That's why. Dusty foot. You got the funk. You got your pH balance needs to be checked. Okay, that's what's
I
going
thought
on.
that pussy was just tired. Person,
It
just trying to
probably
catch his
is
breath.
tired. Shaking all that ass. That pussy probably is tired. It's just disgusting. And then I know that part of that conversation that they had on Capitol Hill was about the young boy that was being sextorted. That's a real
Mm-hmm.
thing online where young children are being sextorted,
Mm-hmm.
meaning they're being extorted for money for sending pictures and photos of themselves and videos of themselves in some type of nudity or nude capacity, right? Barely there, barely, barely clothed, which is illegal. It's absolutely illegal for a minor to share their photos and their videos of themselves with absolutely barely any clothes on. But yet and still, it's being done through the DM,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of these hackers and a lot of these extortionists are pretending to be someone that they're not, usually someone at their age. And let's be honest, it's a lot of sex trafficking going on. And they're using these photos and they're trying to get money out of these young children who don't have it. They feel like they have no way out because they're being threatened with telling their friends and their family members, showing these photos. And how are they going to get $3,500? Hell, I'm an adult. I need $3,500. Tap in, everybody, share this. If you are here tonight on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, tap in, share this with your friends. Let's get some more followers up. And then I might have a little 3,500 there and there. Wink, wink. But yeah, like and share. Share and share alike.
Yeah, it's it's definitely a weird experience, and it's a weird situation. When we find ourselves, pardon me for keep looking away. I'm also producing this show, so
Tell a friend to
um,
tell a friend. Hakim Born Jeff.
yeah, I'm multitasking here. Um, no, it's we're in a weird place
Right.
where the creeps are allowed to run free,
Yes.
and social media is now nothing more than just a new stomping ground, a new place to pick up kids. And if they aren't able to convince the kids to meet up with them to where they can actually do damage, they're engaging in conversation with the kids to get them pics and stuff like that. Sometimes they're even pretending to be kids themselves. So your 13, 14-year-old think they're talking to another 13 or 14-year-old, and
Right.
they're actually talking to a 45-year-old pervert. So, but
In
again, it all,
Africa, in
yeah,
India, somewhere, yeah,
all over the world.
all over the
Sometimes it's
world.
around the corner, you
Yeah.
know? So it goes back to good parenting. It goes back to evasive parenting. You heard me say it 1,000 times. Sometimes you have to turn your home into a prison
Yes.
when it comes to your kid's security, especially when you know your kid. If your
Yes.
kid is one of those overly independent, free thinkers that think they know everything, you check that goddamn phone. You go through it, and you make sure because you don't know who they're talking to
That's true.
or what kind of harm they're putting themselves in, right? It's better for y'all to have an uncomfortable moment than something bad to happen and shit really get uncomfortable.
That free range parenting does not flow well with me at all.
Yeah,
It does
can't.
not flow well with me at all. My kid just can't come in the house any time of night. My
Yeah.
kid just can't have anybody as a friend. Because, as I stated earlier, the young man, his parents actually lobbied to have them, come in and explain what happened to their son, by being
Hmm.
DM'd and threatened and extorted for money that he didn't have, caused him to self harm.
Yeah.
And so now we are without a young star who could have been he could have had a very young, bright career in whatever he chose to do, be it an athlete or an engineer or a mechanic, or you never know. He's no longer with us here because of the sextortion. And ladies, it can happen to you, and gentlemen, it can happen to you. But most of all, it really is hurting our community. It's hurting our children the most because our children are the one that's thinking about the newest and the hottest and the latest. Oh, look at these sneakers. They going viral. Oh, this is a new challenge. Everybody remember that challenge with the cinnamon where they was swallowing the cinnamon, and that was dangerous. Extremely dangerous, you
And
know,
extremely stupid.
and extremely stupid.
Especially for us adults who did it with the kids. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh,
We're
wow.
all allowed to be a fucking idiot from time to time.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But yeah, it's a lot of trends that pick up on social media, and a lot of them are not good. I.e., I think it's been a year since what is I wanted to say Little Duval, but I know his name is not Little Duval. He's a comedian. He's on Wild 'N Out, little skinny guy. Oh goodness gracious, I forget his
Just
name.
named half of them.
They all skinny, wearing tight jeans. Probably got some braids in his hair. Little dark skinned guy. DC Young Fly.
Oh, okay.
DC Young Fly. The mother of his children, possibly even the love of his life. He had to bury her. She was out getting an elective procedure on her body after she had their third child, and she didn't make it. And part of that is because as a woman, you always want to be seen as beautiful. You always want to be seen as desirable, especially to the man that you're with. And after you've had a kid, as a woman, I know, your body changes. That tight stomach that you had is not going back, no matter how hard you try. Um,
Hmm.
you'd have to be a hell of a contortionist and a hell of a workout person. You might even have to climb a few poles. You really do have to work hard at getting your body back. You really do. And a lot of us, we don't have that kind of time, right? We don't always have babysitters. We can't always go to the gym. Sometimes we can't even afford it. And
True.
so being able to get our body to snap back takes a lot of work. And so the easiest way is for us to go on a fad diet, right? With the cinnamon and the maple and the lemon, because Beyonce was doing it, or go to one of these doctors. Everybody, Dr. Miami, and you see them. They're all over social media. They all pop up. All of these social media surgeons. Get to know this surgeon. Get to know that surgeon. He does great work. And then you see the ladies. I'm a model. I'm an ambassador. I'm going to get. And now they got the men on there. Now they got the
Oh
men
yeah.
going in and getting the stomach etching, and it's
Yeah.
nothing to be ashamed of if you need a little help. But there's a lot of that going on, and what's not being discussed is the pain, the injuries, any nasty side effects that you might have because of it, the longevity of the recovery time. Any medication that you're going to be on, be it permanently or part time. They don't go into that. They just show you, I'm a day after surgery, and look, I'm getting my massage, and I feel great. And you're still hopped up on that codeine, and you know that
Uh,
massage hurt.
yeah, it's the part that doesn't get talked about enough is the recovery time, um, and the side effects or the long term effects or the things that go wrong. You don't find out for you'll find out about until 3 or 4 years down the road. And also the most important part, the lifestyle change.
Yes.
And because a lot of women and men too, it's a quick fix. I'll suffer for a little bit for this long term gain, which I don't care what anybody says, that's a psychological thing to me. Um, you know, because your self image and how you
Right.
see yourself,
Right.
social media can't replace that once it's locked in. You
You
know,
see a lot of people changing their looks, right?
yeah.
Especially when it comes to social media. Um, Especially in a lot of our entertainers, right? I
Hmm.
remember Cardi B when she was on Love and Hip Hop. She looks nothing like that Cardi B now. She sounds like her, but she doesn't look like her. Nothing about her looks the same. Not her body, not her face, nothing. She looks completely different. She looks like a sex doll now.
Well, she got her first. I think she was in Love and Hip Hop when she got her first work done. I interviewed her manager at the time and producer at the time, rather. And I remember because he was actually on that season um, when she first got on there, and he was telling me how it was chicks' butt implants was busting, and they had to be taken off TV for a couple weeks so they can go get them fixed and heal up. It's yeah, Listen, I'm all for. Hey, I want to change my look. I dress like an old man. I scroll through the gram. I see something dope. Yo, I like them kicks. Let me go get them. Or I like them jeans. Or I like that hoodie. I like that shirt. Oh, I see this style. I'm gonna switch my style up. I like that. I'm okay with that. But let me get rid of my meaty man boobs and I
Your
wanna
boobs,
yeah, I wanna get a 6 pack. I wanna go do a Drake lift. No, no.
a Drake lift. Is that what we
Yeah,
calling it?
yeah. He's been accused of that shit a couple times.
Have you seen
It,
Drake's abs now?
hey, hey
Drake
man,
has never had abs. Now he's got abs.
hey, listen. A lot of these dudes are doing it, and I remember doing a podcast on body modification in the past, and the men, the number of men who were flying out to get that work done was going up.
Mm.
And it started when that PPP money was flying. Dudes
Yeah.
was flying out. They was flying to the south of the border to go get their work done. And
See a lot of them with new
listen,
teeth. The
yeah,
teeth
now that yeah, getting them new choppers put in, getting some Steve Harvey veneers and shit. And listen, I am okay with bettering yourself. I listen. First of all, I'm not
Right.
judging anybody. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do.
I
But my thing is this.
am.
But my thing is this. Get some help.
Right.
If you're looking in the mirror and you hate what you see and you too lazy to take your fat ass to the fucking gym and you just gonna go get on an airplane and spend tens of thousands of dollars to get somebody to suck something out and implant this, and there's something going on there. And not only are you sending a bad message to, think about it, you got kids. They watched you be a fat fuck since the day they was born. Then all of a sudden you come in built like a goddamn Coke bottle. No, no. What message are you sending to your children?
A lot of women suffer from, interpersonal regret and guilt and shame and insecurities because we're constantly being judged on our beauty, our symbols of beauty. It's always, I remember when I was young, it was the Jet Beauty of the Week.
Mm-hmm.
You get the little small little Jet magazine. Now as I was growing up, you could get the Essence magazine. And at the time, you didn't realize that some of these covers were being touched up and airbrushed. You know, um, and then, once again, oh, Halle Berry had the cut, so you got to get your hair cut this way, like Halle Berry, or Tony Braxton got the look, and you got to get the look, and then as time went on, it just became more and more. Angela Bassett had those arms, and what Love's got to do with it? You had to have those strong arms that she's had. Um, it really is a lot of peacocking in a way because you want to bring your own, little sense of perfection to the table. Not all of us can be born looking like what the quote unquote preference is, which is light skinned, right? So we all try to change our look and our way, even with makeup. A lot of us don't even look like the same person if we don't have makeup on.
You ain't
And
shitting.
so there is
I say you ain't shitting.
I mean,
That's, that's
I mean,
some niggified sorcery.
so much, some magicians. You know what I mean? Like it's once they get to wiping that makeup off, you be like, God, what was that? You the whole like it is really, really, a situation when it comes to women and their self esteem. They feel as if they have to, um, you know, keep up with the Joneses, so to speak. That's what we used to say back in the day. We got to be stunting on them, and standing on business. And now it's something else that the girls is using. But literally, it's that thing. We got to have the new, the latest. Everybody's drinking out of the Stanley Cup, or everybody's using this kind of makeup, or everybody's wearing these type of clothes and individuality when it comes to style, individuality when it comes to the way you dress, individuality when it comes to the way you wear your hair is not celebrated anymore. Now they want everybody to kind of conform and follow.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting a BBL, so you got to get a BBL. You know what I mean? Everybody's getting a BBL. BBL is on sale right now. It's tax season. They are adjusting their prices. Now you can put BBL on layaway. You pay them $100
Yep.
a month until it's paid off, and then when it's paid off, you come in and you get your surgery date. It's literally on layaway. Um, it's a shame. It really is a shame.
Well,
Beauty, it fades as you get older. It's as simple as that, and it's supposed to fade. No offense to anybody that gets Botox, but I think we've gotten to the point where the average everyday person has some type of what I like to call body dysmorphia. I know we don't use that word anymore, but it went from being something that you saw maybe like Michael Jackson do, like, oh, he might have changed his nose, to he might have changed his chin, to now the average person is doing it. Even women now with their hands, they're the older that they get, they say your hands become more wrinkled. So a lot of women have been going and getting injections in their hands so they can pump them up and look a little bit more full. The same thing with the lips. You want your lips to be full, so you plump them up and you put that stuff in there. So now you're walking around like this. It
yeah,
is.
yeah. You know, going back to your Jet magazine point, back in the day, when we looked at those magazines and we saw the beauty of the week. We know that this is not the average woman. Rappers put it in the songs. You know what I mean? This was the you ain't gonna catch her walking in the street. She ain't gonna be standing in line at McDonald's, right? Now, with the wonders of social media and apps and AI, everybody's a goddamn Jet magazine model now. Everybody remember the fad? Was it last year before last, where everyone's turned their profile picture into a magazine cover? It's just that simple. All you have to do is download the right app, take your ugliest picture, and they'll beautify the fuck out of it, and you look like you on your way to the goddamn BET Awards. We are in a weird time, and we have never been more sheepish than ever before. As a lot of monkey see, monkey do. So we have to arm ourselves and prepare ourselves for it to get worse and educate our kids to what to look out for, what to not feed in, you know? Because if you have a kid that's suffering from depression or some form of self confidence or insecurities and they don't like the way they look and we're not pouring enough love into them and they're turning to social media and they're turning to, first of all, they're going to first turn to the people that's closest to them, which is their friends in school. And then they're going to turn to social media and other agents outside of the house to get information from. And then we're lost.
Yeah,
Are wondering why our kids snorting fucking coke and going through hell because we didn't catch the signs before they decided to spin out of control.
that is
You
very
know?
true. And that's probably why that young man self-harmed himself. And now that family is suffering. And I would like to see the media moguls, the head of these apps, these zillionaires sitting on top of the social media, chain of command. I would like to see them answer for how our families are suffering, how the
Yeah.
everyday family is suffering, how women are having bot surgery. None of that information is pushed. It's always pushed, when it comes to advertisement. Hey, book your next surgery with us. Hey, get your teeth done with us. Hey, Botox here. Like all of those things are being pushed chronically when it comes to advertising. Every once in a while, they'll push a toothpaste commercial, uh, you know, but majority of the time, it's the same things. It's sort of like when you hear the same song on the radio over and over again. And when it first started, you were like, "Good, this song is not that good. Could you please just turn it off?" And then by 3 hours later, you're in a car. You have heard it when you went to work. You heard it when you were in the office. Now you're on your way home, and they're still playing the same song. And you're like, this person cannot sing. Could you please? Or this person cannot rap. Could you please not play this song? Or whatever your genre is, whether it's country or jazz or techno or you know rock. It's not good. When someone is a great artist, and when someone is not. However, they are getting paid to overplay this song by these specific
Hmm.
companies, and now it's a catchy tune and you can't get it out of your head, and you just bopping along with it. You don't want to, but you don't have a choice because you've been hearing it all day. It's like a bad scientific mantua candidate, situation. I don't know if anybody knows what the mantua candidate is, but it's like that. It's literally that, where you are just being programmed over and over again. Maybe I should get a nip and tuck. Maybe I should get some Botox. Maybe I could use a little filler on my lips. And there ain't nothing wrong with your lips. Ain't nothing wrong with the wrinkles in your head. Ain't nothing wrong with the gray on your hair. You've earned it. That's the price of living. And it's a good price to pay. Because it's nothing sadder than a young corpse, which is what happened to that young man and happened to
Yeah.
his family. There's nothing sadder than a parent that has to bury a child. I feel
Yeah.
for his mother and father. And that's the price that you get to pay. And it's a very good price. So bring on the silvers and the grays. And bring on the glasses, because Auntie Sugar does wear glasses, not contacts, and bring on the wrinkles. Bring it on. Um, because I'm lucky to have made it to this point, and we need to teach our children that it is about getting to this point. It is
Yeah.
about getting to the age where you can appreciate life and appreciate who you are. And maybe we do need to find a different way to educate our children and boost their self-esteem, because the information that they're given all day long especially with our young girls and boys.
Mm-hmm.
These sextortionists are real. These sex traffickers are real. Now they might can't manipulate my old ass, but for these young teenagers and these young top, preteens that are underdeveloped and they're impulse driven, they are manipulating them. And they are getting them to do everything from sneaking out the house, right? Going to follow them getting kidnapped, or putting information such as suggestive photos that are illegal on apps. Well, we got a comment tonight from Shannon Big Exclusive Reynolds. Wow, good evening, folks. Good evening, Shannon Big Exclusive Reynolds. Nice to see you here from the BEN Network. Okay. He says, is it the same with hair plugs? I'm thinking about doing it. Have mercy. Hey, you know what, sir?
Oh,
You
man.
go right ahead. You get your hair plugged if that's what you really want to do. I know women in Atlanta are getting their edges redone. They're having hair taken from the back, and then they're getting, because the hair's like, yeah. One of the housewives, I'm not really a housewives fan, but one of the housewives had her edges redone. She had a whole strip of hair pulled from back here in the nape of her neck, right there in the kitchen. And then they, took her forehead down and then sewed the edges right back. I can't make it. I think her name is Marlo Hampton. Got new edges, baby. New edges. That'll teach you to wear a silk scarf and get a silk pillow at night. Your damn edges is gone.
So her monkey ass is pulling from the B2Bs and bringing them up to the front.
So now she's nappy in the front and the back.
All right.
But she got edges.
Hey, listen. If this is way I can pull some hair from somewhere to bring my hairline down the hair, so I ain't judging nobody right now.
Shannon Big Exclusive Reynolds. You're not only the client, you the player president. Ain't that what they say? You get your hair plugs in. You know what? I've never seen a black man with hair plugs, unless I was thinking about Tory Lanez. Is that what he got?
Yeah. Or dudes is getting hair plugs. You see, that's one of the points I wanted to mention. The things you see on your social media is based off of things you done watched too many times, and you done click like or whatever or comment on too many times.
The algorithm has been telling me about that.
The algorithm. Because one of my accounts, the algorithm has a bunch of barbers on it, and them dudes is like George Jefferson. Damn. And you see the dudes are in a black pencil joint right there. Then they gluing shit to their hair like a rug, and they shape it up and looking at fly and giving it waves. I'm like, damn. How do you go from all this? Yeah, they got a whole man unit and it's glued to their scalp. And I'm like, see, I'm tempted.
When you go on a date, you gotta take the men and the women to the pool, because all this might.
Well, what if you take that date home and y'all get the clapping cheeks and sweating up real quick, and you sweating a little too much and you going in, and next thing you know the man unit, the Beijing, you got a whole mess, man. It ain't cool, yo. It just ain't cool.
I never thought I'd see the day.
We're in the weird times. Dudes doing it for their beards. They got man units around their face.
They got fake beards?
Yeah, they got the fake beards.
Lord, no. Not fake beards?
Yep, they gluing whole, what do you call them, Jones? What was them weave Jones? They look like a damn strand with a bunch of shit hanging from it. Tracks. They're gluing tracks to their face and trimming them up.
No. Producer, pull that up. They got man tracks for the beard.
Yeah, they got man tracks. Next time I see one, I'll send it to you.
We're going to have to start getting some photos and some videos uploaded. I got to see this. A man track beard. If y'all look at my page in the next couple days and you see me post pictures or photos of men with fake beards, you know exactly where it came from. I got to get to the bottom of this.
Hey, man. It's about fixing the things that you don't like about yourself. And I don't judge. I do not judge My only gripe I have with that is for that element of social media who sees that and take it as gospel, who sees those kind of activities and something that someone else is doing for themselves as the new standard, especially when it comes to the women. Because once upon a time, going back to the BBL thing, a lot of the women were getting it. They were into the exotic dancing and stripping, and
Right.
then they start, okay, this body is making more money, so much money as a stripper, because let's be honest, in Atlanta that was the vibe, and it worked its way up the coast and it crossed over to the west coast. If you didn't have that look, you didn't make the money the other ones was making. So guess what? They started doing it. And then they figured out that, well, shit, instead of going into the club every day and I got a following, let me start an OnlyFans page where I'm just going to dance around the house in a bikini and charge people, $7-10 a month.
Got that
right?
Britney Spears going on.
Yeah, and they getting flued out, snatched
Don't
up by
forget about
rappers.
being flued out, baby.
They getting snatched up by rappers. They getting put in rap videos. They getting the balling dudes is gripping them up and popping them off and fucking them and sending them back home with a bag or two or three. So it was a business decision.
Right.
Now it's not a business decision. It's a, hey, I'm trying to find a man. I heard that.
Talked about that
one too many times. Maybe somebody will see me. We saw you, so where are you at? So let me get this straight. You went and spent $19,000 on your body to go fuck the same goofy ass nigga?
Oh no, not again. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
Ladies, we talked about this last week. There is another option for you. You do not have to stay in these big cities where majority of the men are, and you outnumber them 3-1. Okay, it's nothing wrong with North Dakota except for it's cold. South Dakota, except for it's cold.
Ain't nobody going out to no damn Dakotas. Well, ain't nothing out there but them.
Except for it's cold. But
okay. Yeah, what kind of man you gonna get is a different story.
Colorado,
you'll get some damn.
It's cold. I'm just saying.
The world ain't that damn messed up where you gotta go to Colorado.
For dating is Buffalo, New York. Now, ladies, that's not that far. If you in the tri-state area, Buffalo, New York ain't that bad.
Good luck. You're gonna go up there and catch a cold. That's all you're gonna catch.
I'm just saying, for our people, our black and brown people, majority of the big cities, Detroit, Houston, Texas, right, where the men are, we outnumber the men 3-1. DC. If you really want a man, either gonna have to share him with the other two chicks, or, and I don't suggest that. Why would I ever say that? That's not me. That's not me. And I wouldn't suggest that for you. You should love yourself more than that. You should have more confidence in that. Bitch, you a bad bitch. Okay? Now, I don't know how many times I had to say this, but this show ain't for kids. So if you got kids, 86, you know what I'm saying? They got to go. But if you was a bad bitch, so get you a man. You find you somebody in Colorado. And he might not be black. And I know that's what you want. But you might have to be open-minded.
Yeah. Well.
And that's not going to go over well with my black male population. But so far, the statistics don't look good for us if we stay in these big cities where we outnumber men 3-1.
We've survived statistics before. We'll survive them now. We'll be okay.
Yeah, okay. Speaking
we'll
as a man who has women that are constantly, and I mean some bad bitches.
Stop. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. So,
okay. I digress.
Well, let's talk about the hypocrisy. What made you want to? What are the most hypocritical things you saw on social media that really pissed you off?
The airbrushing and the touch up to the photos where you can use the filter. You
Okay.
see a photo of a woman and she's clearly using a filter because when you meet her in person, she doesn't look anything like that.
Okay.
Um, it literally can change the features of you, the eye color and the shape of your eyebrows, or give you lashes. Um, and this is coming from somebody that don't have no lashes. I glue mine on. Ain't no shame. I glue mine on.
Good old
Um,
fashioned way.
I listen. But you can, and it does. It's you. Who was that? Because that is not. You know what I'm saying? That is not like that's not the same person that I met. I don't. And then it's not just for stars and celebrities, right? People that are in the eyes, in the limelight, but for everyday average people, damn well they don't look like that. You've seen this young girl. She got acne and pock marks and scars all over her face from popping pimples. And then you look at her picture on social media and she got clear skin.
Yeah, that that's a common thing now. But one of
Catfish.
the things, well, no, that's not catfish. Catfish
No.
is I took Auntee Shugah's picture and created a page named Frederica Vasquez, and I'm from Puerto
I'm not
Rico. I'm just a little
even a
brown skin.
Vasquez. I ain't that
That's
light skinned no
catfish.
Vasquez.
Oh, that's the point of catfish. You literally gonna take someone pictures and go live a life under a different name with a different whatever.
Mm, mm,
This
mm.
is just deception. But here's the problem: it's only deceptive if you're making people believe that this is what you really look like. Because here's the thing, and I got two ways I feel about it. Some people only put that kind of content on social media out. You will never see a bonnet. You will never see anything other than, hey, I'm going somewhere. I'm looking good. There ain't no pajama pants. There ain't no Crocs. These chicks look like they on their way somewhere
Don't talk
special.
about them 3000s, baby. Don't talk about them Crocs, baby. Them things can survive in
Listen,
3,000-degree heat.
but there is some people that they treat their social media as their portfolio because they are taking this influencer game serious. They want Fashion Nova to give them that deal. They want Sheen. They want some of the big brands to pay them for for rocking their material, their products.
But not everyday
They
average people are looking to get a deal, a brand deal. So it's
no,
different when
that's
it's
why.
an influencer versus me. I'll put up a fresh face picture with just me, just
Mhm.
washing my face, doing my normal routine with my astringent and then some lotion and maybe a little bit of eye cream,
Yeah,
right? And that's me. That's genuinely me. Please forgive me, y'all. I have an iPhone, so if you put up a thumbs up, it's gonna do the thumbs up. And if you put up a thumbs down, it's gonna do the thumbs down. If it sees it, you see it. Or if you do the heart, boop, boop, they'll do the. So it just depends if it sees it. If you got an iPhone and you update it, if it sees these symbols, it will do the. Okay, it's not doing it. Okay, whatever. But you guys know what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean, fresh face me, no lashes, no lip gloss, no eyeliner, fresh face me. I wish we get back to challenges like that when it comes to the hypocrisy. Not everybody is always camera ready.
those challenges are out there. That's why I said I had a two. I see it two different ways. I see the people who do it because it's about branding. It's about, hey, I'm just a regular girl who want to do something extraordinary. I want to become a social media person. Then the other side is the woman who does it just for the likes, who's doing it just to because her page been dead. You know what I mean? Or the ones that are doing it because they're going outside. Monday through Friday, you look crazy. But Saturday night, your shit popping. You know what I mean? So I mean, I get it, man. Everybody
But
is
every
going to see
night
different
you're not
ways.
popping every night. Like every night I'm
No,
not popping.
no,
Right?
I get
Every
it.
night I'm not. Every night I'm not. I don't have a face full of makeup. Last night I did something. I don't have any photos from last night.
Yeah,
Right? Not everything is all that glitters is not gold. I'm not
yeah.
flying first class. Am I flying? Yes. But I'm in the coach, in the back with the kids screaming, possibly in the window, hopefully not by one of them doors where it's gonna fly off on a Delta flight because they done
Hmm.
forgot to screw the bitches down. You know what I'm saying? Am I flying a Frontier? No, but I'm definitely not flying, um, you know, first class or business class.
Yeah,
Um,
I
it's
get
just
it.
not my lifestyle, and I don't brag and I don't talk big. I'm not trying to show out. And a lot of people believe in kind of like that, fake it till you make it. So let me go over here and take a photo shoot with a photographer and get these photos airbrushed. And I'm gonna go over here to the selfie lab or one of those selfie stores and take a picture in a photo booth with all this money around me, and it's gonna look like I done been showered in money. Or I'm gonna go over here and make it seem like I was flying first class, and here's my champagne. Or I'm gonna go and make it seem like I was in a VIP somewhere because they built an entire booth that looks like you were at the VIP at the club, and you got the
Hmm.
Ace of Spades bottle. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And it's not real. So that's the part.
Well, yeah, because remember, once upon a time, where rappers and musicians were the ones who had to fake it,
Some
and
of them
now,
still do. Some of them know the
yeah,
jewelry ain't real.
yeah, some of the dudes who sold the jewelry are out on social media, on YouTube, giving interviews and stuff. But we are in this real strange time to where the things that we saw a little bit of, it's overflowing now. It
Yeah.
is a pandemic of fuckery,
Yeah, it is.
and it's only going to get worse because now we have AI.
But we don't have any more PPP loans. And the girls ain't
Well,
selling their stamps. I didn't say that out loud on Obama's internet or Beyonce's and whoever's internet it is this week. Trump's internet. But the girls is not selling them stamps.
yeah,
Not that I
I
would
mean
know.
it's
I would not know. I would not know.
well, I mean the big issue is the hypocrisy isn't going to stop. You have to arm yourself. You have to prepare yourself. You have to mentally be able to identify bullshit from real shit.
Everybody is
Um,
not still eating on them crab legs that we were during the shutdown. Now let's be honest, okay? And I don't even think there's any more crab legs left.
well, no, there's still a lot of them. It's still because it's tax season. Crab legs is popping.
Crab legs. So when y'all start seeing these
So
crab leg posts come back,
shit,
y'all know
I've been seeing
why.
them for 2 weeks. I've
Y'all
been seeing
wide
them for
back
two
bitches,
weeks.
get ready. Y'all wide body bitches, get ready. Because the niggas is coming. Because they know y'all working. Y'all got them good jobs with them benefits. And y'all got about to cash some of them babies' checks when you get that child stipend, that child tax credit. Wide back bitches. Get ready, wide back bitches. You know the ones I'm talking about. Flat in the back, real wide, big broad shoulder bitches. Y'all get ready. Them niggas is coming. They on y'all heels. Them
Me
big dick
time
niggas
stamp.
is coming. Them
Me time
big,
stamp this too. Eight
big dick
fifty
niggas.
six.
Big dick niggas. I hope y'all been in the gym. I hope y'all been in the gym all November, December after y'all ate that turkey them big bitches made for y'all and got y'all muscles right. Because I'm telling you right now, if a big dick nigga knock on my door and think he gonna get some tax dollars, I ain't got it, dog. I ain't got it.
You know, you'll
I'm
notice.
looking for a big bitch right now with a wide back to see if I can get by me a couple sticks.
Well, you'll know when that money start going because when you're looking on social media, you're gonna start seeing it. You'll notice when everybody's showing off and stunting and showing out and having parties and they dress, they drip game got a little bit better. They fit game got stronger. You'll notice. You gonna see.
Youngins, don't come over here, youngins, knocking on this cougar door. Go over there and stay with them young bobcats. Okay, they getting checks too for all them kids they got. Stay with them young bobcats. Leave us cougars alone. And the Panthers don't want you neither. And I got a couple saber-tooth bitches that I was hanging out with last night. They said they got that good hip in. They got that good hip surgery, and they not trying to get that fucked up. You know I ain't lying. You know I ain't lying. You know they coming for them tax dollars.
Let me timestamp this too. I'm going to be editing the hell out of this one before I go to. This shit ain't making it to Spotify. I hope you know that, right?
Oh, come on. Listen, y'all, if it's not going to make it to Spotify, like and share the post. Like here, Sweet Talk with Auntee Shugah, and share. We got great content coming up for you. It's February. It's the month of love, right? It's the month of following them tax season dollars, dog.
2 minutes.
Come on over. Answer some of our polls, our questions of the week. We got an email. Email me at auntiesugar@gmail.com. Once again, I want to thank Mr. Hakim Born-Just for being our guest this evening. Thank you all for coming back to see our show. Thank you for everyone that watches the show after it's already been cast. This is Auntee Shugah, and I want to say thank you for talking sweet to me. Keep it up, and I'll talk right back.
Peace, y'all.